I'm Dasha Ogden, and I'm here with Christina Mccormick, the owner of the Honey Pot Studios in downtown Elkhart. Hello, Christina. How are you?
Hi, Dasha. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, I was going to say the weather's not the best, but in here it feels cozy and warm, so I love it.
Yeah, we definitely try to act like there's sunshine no matter what, hence the yellow walls.
Yes, I was going to say it's very bright and vibrant in here, and I love the atmosphere.
I feel like Elkhart needed a little bit of sunshine. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we are a full-service pottery studio. We have paint your own pottery, which is some of the stuff that you see here.
Yes, I did this one in an earlier video with Cheyenne, but there's a bunch on the table. There's a bunch behind us, all of that.
Yeah, so kind of how it works is you pick your raw piece. We help you create whatever it is that you find on Pinterest or any other app that you see. And then we also have wheel throwing classes and some molding classes. So we have several different offerings for clay, pottery, and then we also have a few other spicy things that we do. So we have slime parties. You can come in and make slime here. We clean up the mess. You don't have to worry about it there. And then we also have a splatter room down in the basement. We have a couple people down there right now, actually, for a birthday.
What is that?
The splatter room is where you go into a room with a canvas that you've pre-decorated with like painter's tape. You throw lots of paint onto the canvas with really loud music of your choice. You get to pick out your playlist.
Oh my gosh, it's like a therapy session.
It is like a therapy session, exactly. And then at the end, we turn on the black light, turn off the lights, and you throw neon paint. It's just a really cool experience.
Oh my goodness. So how long have you been doing that whole part of it, not just pottery?
Pottery has been 2.5 years in this building, and then that part of it's been probably in the last 1.5 years.
Okay, so what made you want to start something like this and bring it to Elkhart?
Good question. That's a really good question. So I feel like Elkhart raised me, and because of that, I wanted to give back. I wanted something for my children to have, a place for them to come and enjoy, but also work as they grew up. And my daughter is just 18, so I'm having a little bit of an issue with that. But
isn't everybody?
Yeah, exactly. So we are, both of my children are here pretty often. They work here. My daughter's typically more on the weekends. I wanted to make sure they had opportunity and then something for them to take on if that's what they choose to do in the future.
Yeah.
My grandmother was the inspiration for the name and the decorations. So
all the decorations and that.
Yes, and food. That's right. Exactly. So since I've been a baby, some of my family members don't even know, specifically her sisters, don't even really remember my first name. They always just call me Pooh Bear. So
I love that.
That's kind of how this started. I didn't want it to be too kiddie because I wanted adults to feel like they could come. So we went with the honey pot theme.
I love that. I love that. So one of the things that we were talking about previous to the video, you were letting me know some of the things you are now with everybody else, but for what this is and your goal and your passion for it and what you want others to see, one of the things you told me about when you were younger, you wanted some kind of space, something like that. So if you want to elaborate a little bit more on that for the community.
Yeah. So I really want everyone to know that we have patience and space for no matter who you are. It doesn't matter your budget. If you have $4 and you come in, you can paint for $4. If you come in and want to paint with us, that's exactly what we hope that you do. Specifically, some of the community members, teenagers, when I do a pop-up at the library, I always tell them afterward, like, come to my studio. I will give you a tile as long as you're not outside all day long, like in the elements, in the weather.
Yeah, today would be a really great day to come in here and do something like that.
Yes, yeah. We typically see a lot more people on bad weather days. The summertime is a little bit more challenging, so we do a lot more pop-ups. We're out in the community with people more. But in the winter months when it's colder, we're inside.
Okay, so with the pop-up events and things like that, you don't only just do everything here, but talk to us about, you're able to go out in the community events, things like that.
Yeah, so we do pop-ups in your home or at your site, whatever that looks like. We've done pop-ups from 10 people up to 500.
Oh my goodness.
We do quite a bit. We have partnerships with the Parks Department. We have partnerships with a lot of the local schools. We come in, do pop-ups with them. We have partnerships with some of the campgrounds that are around.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So if you think back to like, where was your first craft that you still remember?
Probably in school.
Yes,
for me.
Exactly. In school, at a campground, right? So I remember taking yarn and weaving it through sticks and making dream catchers, right? So campgrounds love for us to come there. It brings a whole new element. I can sell out of pieces in one day at a campground.
I was going to say, you probably have to have all these like ready to go.
Hundreds. We take hundreds of pieces and sell out every single time almost. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
people,
amazing.
the campgrounds love it. So that's pretty much what we're going to expect a little bit more of for 2026. We kind of talked about that. So I'll just segue into that. 2026, we expect to be in a couple of new locations. So a lot more pop-ups down in Goshen, where it is a little artsy and people are outside there. And then also Sturgis. Downtown Sturgis has got a great area for events and things of that nature. So we expect to be in both places a little bit more at the libraries, more at all of the First Fridays, more at the community events, that kind of thing.
That's great. I was going to say, I know it's wedding season, things like that. And I know on your Facebook, it's like bridal parties, birthdays, you know, everybody has to come here. You can go to them.
That's right.
Everything's taken care of. And I love that.
Company picnics, graduation parties. Yes. Bridal parties. We can come to your house for a bridal party. Again, weddings. We did have a wedding that we did. What happens is we just keep the price of each piece within your budget, and you can decide. That's really nice. We can put 800 pieces in a basket that are only $4, or so we like a package type thing. That's right. Yep.
That's great.
It goes all together. Yeah.
I see on the wall here you have "You're Empowered," and that was something that you said you really wanted the video. I thought it was a great idea. What does that mean to you? Like you're empowered, like that wording or quote?
So we kind of joke that we do drive-through pottery. So these things are super easy. It doesn't matter what skill level you have. You can come in and make one of these. And then these get a little more challenging. Like Tracy did this, and she's been with us for over a year.
Yeah, the snowman. Yeah,
there's a snowman and a Christmas tree. Like those things are made by hand or on the wheel. I think that's exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So what I want people to know is we have something for everyone. I love when I come in and at the big table we have 3 or 4 generations and everybody's having a good time. Nobody's on their cell phone. Nobody's waiting for somebody to get off of a trampoline. Nobody's sitting in a park sweating, waiting on the grandkids to do. There's no grandchildren who are like, come on, Mom, when are we going to go? Right? It's everybody everywhere is enjoying their time, doing their own project, but community-wide, right? You mentioned that, right? You can come in with your friends and 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 of you can all do the same thing while interacting together. It's the same thing generationally. Don't get me wrong, the children tend to get done faster. We've got coloring books and a couple of other things for them. I just want them to be able to continue to be occupied while Mom and Dad finish their pieces, or if Grandma and Grandpa are there, whatever that looks like. So I started this in a farmer's market, the one on County Road 26, with this table and one other table. And
this original table, you said right now, this is really neat. It probably has so many memories.
I sit at this one almost every time I'm here because it's important to me to remember that I used to sit here every Friday night, every Saturday, and every Sunday to have my dream. And I had no idea we would work with Council on Aging or Boys and Girls Club or, the other people in the community that we're working with. I had no idea. I didn't know what I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
I just knew that I enjoyed it. I knew that I had been painting pottery for a long time. I knew that Elkhart needed a space like this.
Yes. I do see right in front of me, there is a whole separate kind of room that people can go, kids can go into.
We call it our quiet room. It's reserved for clients that may have sensory issues or want the lights are softer in there. There's no music in there. And then when that's not occupied, it's the loud room for the kids. So when the kids get
occupied, bring all your kids in, especially if winter break and things like that.
We have a couple of different memberships. We have the Honey Club membership, which is the paint your own pottery. You can come in, no sitting fee. So the sitting fees are in addition to the piece price. So the sitting fee is waived, and then you also get a discount on every piece that you buy as well.
That's amazing.
So it's 90 days worth of membership. There's 2 different prices, one for children, one for adults. That way everybody is fair. I wouldn't charge the same for a child who's going to paint, a lot
one color
less.
maybe on everything.
Exactly. And then there's also a Clay Club membership. So the Clay Club membership is all of these here.
Okay. Not these easy ones.
Correct. Listen, these are my favorite. I don't do well on the wheel. I just am not.
I was going to ask if you did the wheel or if that was something that your grandma did.
No, August is just amazing at it. I didn't even have them before she got here.
This is probably what. Oh, I thought that was a tree. That's probably something mine would look like.
So this would be a gnome that's got a tree on its head. Yeah. This is pretty standard, right? So they just threw a bowl, which is great. I can do this, but that's about the extent of it. And then they painted 2 different colors, one on either side. So this is like pretty standard of a great piece that somebody that's new would learn how to make.
Yes, that would be me.
It teaches you how to pull up walls. I can make this. This is about the extent of it. So you pull up the walls, you add color, that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I love that. And thank you so much for letting me come into your space and bringing everything with me and, sharing what this is, who you are, and what Elkhart should look forward to, Sturgis, Goshen, every surrounding place. And to know that this is a safe place for anybody of, kids, anything like that, or just contact you and just like, hey, I have an idea. What do you think? Or just something like that. Like, I'm sure you're full of ideas, and I know you love listening to people and hearing, their story and things like that. And so who knows what's going to happen?
Right.
I'm so excited.
Agree. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in today. Again, patience and space for everyone. We'll make room if we don't have it. And then we try to have the most patience in all of Elkhart County. I want you to have the best customer service experience you can have here. It's really important in a generation and a time where, heck, even our, leaders aren't making patience and space for everyone a priority. So we just want to be able to do that here. We want to make sure everybody's welcome.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for sharing. And I will tag your socials in there. Should do Facebook, website. That's the best way to call, book questions, things like that.
Yep. Facebook, Insta, TikTok, and then the website.
Okay. Awesome.
All the above.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, if you want to have more questions or come check it out. I'll have the address and location in as well, and phone number and everything else. So thank you.
Thank you.